Hi, this is Quinn Costello with SF Indie Fest, and I'm here with some of the filmmakers of The Four of Us. We have Julia Rupi, who played Alda, and we have got Emmanuel Gaetano Forte, who directed the film, and and I'm sorry, Georgie, right, and his friend Giorgio, who's going to help do a little bit of translating here for us today. So thank you all so much for sharing this film with Indie Fest, and thank you for joining us on the Zoom today. I'm sure that there's a bit of a time difference and everything, so we're really
Yeah,
happy to have you
no problem.
on board. But maybe Emmanuel, can you kind of talk about how you came to the subject matter of this film and what got you first interested in it?
Giulia, vuoi
Yeah, maybe
o
I
vuole...
can talk about it. First of all, thank you so much for having us. We are thrilled that our movie is in America now in your festival. And yeah, me and Giovanni Ansaldo, which is not present tonight, which is the other author of our film, we start thinking about the subject. Eccolo. Is joining us right now. We start thinking about the subject when we starting from our life really, because we had a phone call with another actor friends who are very close to us, and we were talking about having a kid, having a children, and we were talking about the struggle to have it in this society right now. We are all in our 30s, but you know, we are all in the film industries, so it's not like this simple, you know. And when the phone calls ended, we start thinking about that would be great to share a kid with another couple. That would be great, and that the idea came up like that.
Amazing.
So yeah.
And then what was the next step? It sounds like it was an iterative process between all of you. So can you
Yeah.
kind of take me through the next
Yes, of
what
course, I can.
happened?
We start writing the first version of the screenplay, and then Emanuele came in, and he brings such a fresh energy. So we start rethinking about the movie, and we start rewriting a second version of the screenplay, and that's it. We create a group, a creative group that in which we are free really to think about the ideas that came up to us, and to start realizing that in an independent way, you know, of course.
And can you and feel free for anybody to speak to this, but can you kind of talk a little bit about the dynamics between the four different characters and what kinds of exercises you were working through and how you were kind of coming up with the way everybody kind of seemed to be very there seemed to be kind of a lot of kind of play and tension and all these different things that seem to have been kind of worked out. So can you tell me a little bit about the dynamics of rehearsing for the film with a group of four?
Emanuele, non so se vuoi.
E... Ma forse conviene che lo parli tu per il fatto che comunque già vi conoscevate,
Sì,
o no?
esatto, sì, we were with the other two actors, we were friends, actually academy friends. We all studied in the same theater academy in Torino, which is the city where we shooted the film. And Emanuele too already worked with Elio, which is another actor, the actor in the movie, which is playing Pierre. And so we all together, we already know it, and we all have the same kind of preparation, I can say, I don't know. And of course we had a lot of rehearsal in our really in our houses. We start all the scenes in our bathroom and stuff, and every time we start speaking with the word of the screenplay, we realized which word was better or another one. So really, for us, the actors are the center of the film. For Emanuele, it was very important that we were very comfortable with the words, and that the relationship couldn't make up. And you know, me and Giovanni, which is in the film, we are Alda and Giamma, and are in this other couples, you know, we are in a couple in real life, and Elio and Roberta too at the time, the other two actors. So we split the couple, and then we reassembled them in a kind of way. And that, of course, helped us a lot with all the relationship within the four of us.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Can you tell me a little bit about the decision to use the motif of the script and kind of using that to guide us around in time, forward and backward? Is that something that happened in the editing room or in the scripting process?
Cosa ha detto?
Sorry, do you mean the chronological way they actually shoot the movie? Or
The way that it would kind of cut to, you know, the script in the background, and then it would kind of steer us back and forth in time a little bit.
il modo in cui avete girato il film a livello temporale, ci si va avanti, poi si va indietro, perché avete pensato a questa soluzione temporale?
Vabbè, diciamo che il film ce lo siamo autoprodotti, quindi una cosa che abbiamo potuto fare, che di solito non si fa al cinema, è stata quella di riuscire a girare il film tutto in maniera cronologica, dall'inizio alla fine, tutto nella stessa location. Quindi abbiamo girato il film in molto poco tempo, nel giro di 9 giorni. Ogni giorno giravamo circa tra le 7 e le 10 pagine ogni giorno, e quindi siamo andati avanti proprio in maniera cronologica. Gli stacchi temporali che abbiamo inserito erano stacchi che avevamo già pensato a livello di sceneggiatura per creare una suspense e per creare comunque un intreccio drammaturgico che fosse efficace nel far dire allo spettatore, nel far desiderare allo spettatore di continuare ad andare avanti e vedere cosa succedeva.
So, well, basically the movie is an production. So they
I'm sorry, Giorgio, I'm having a little bit of a trouble hearing you. Yeah,
So yeah, basically Emanuele said that the
Sei
movie.
sempre ovattato, Giorgio.
Oh,
Mettiti più
sorry.
vicino. Sì.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
yes.
Yeah.
Hi. So I was trying to say that Emanuele said that the movie was an auto production, so they paid for everything themselves. So the money was little. They had a lot of resources to make the movie, so they had the possibility to shoot the movie in a chronological order. So which is something that usually in the movie industry you usually don't see. And also they try to create a sort of suspense, moving the time back and forth for basically the whole movie.
And so the movie seems to kind of alternate back and forth between drama and comedy. And it seems like that can be happening sometimes within 1 minute, you know. Did you see it originally as one way or the other, as a comedy or a drama? And how did you kind of decide to play up certain scenes for laughs and certain scenes for dramatic effect? That, you know, is that something that the actors were kind of coming up with? Is that something that was in the scripting process, and how improvisational was that?
We're very we wanted that the movie was a comedy, really, because we wanted to talk about a little bit serious stuff, but in a lighter way. And but in the same time, we wanted that the audience can sing with us. I mean, that the idea that we are in the movie is, I don't know if I can say it, because maybe the people have to watch it first, but we wanted that the audience can can say, okay, this is a thing that maybe I can think about in that kind of environment. I mean, so we were aware that we needed some serious talking about the four of us, and really we wanna also recreate the same conversation that we have all the time. We are friends, which are really dreaming, but also very also not a little bit of annoying sometimes, you know. So see, we try to combine all the two aspects.
And so I know this movie has it seems like one of the kind of background dynamics in the film are the economic factors that go into the decision of whether or not to have children. And I know in the United States, there's very little safety net or support for parents, you know, even though we're supposed to be very pro-family. I'm wondering in Italy what the kind of dynamics are now, and how much of those kind of dynamics and that conversation politically is kind of driving your inspiration to make this movie right now. Is that something you feel comfortable speaking to?
Of course, vai, se vuoi andare, Manu.
Cosa?
Ho detto c'è questo background, questa idea di background che è molto difficile avere un figlio a livello economico. Si chiedeva se com'è la situazione adesso in Italia, se questa situazione in Italia aveva poi ispirato per
Ma in Italia la situazione rispetto all'avere dei figli è che, nel senso, è estremamente complicato perché non c'è grande appoggio da parte delle istituzioni statali, o comunque tante coppie stanno decidendo di non averle necessariamente perché magari non se lo possono permettere o non possono permettersi di fatto vivere solo in funzione di quella cosa lì, e penso che ci sia anche una grande scelta che sta maturando rispetto alla decisione di non averli, che sta diventando una scelta molto consapevole, anche se in questo momento il nostro governo è molto contrario a questa cosa e vorrebbe, cioè c'è una maniera assurda, un po' assurda, di incitare le persone ad avere figli perché sì, senza in realtà dare alle persone i mezzi per davvero poter diventare genitori. Quindi la situazione penso sia un po' complicata. Non so se puoi dire qualcos'altro tu, Giulia, oppure Giorgio traduce prima.
Giorgio, vai.
Well, Emanuele said basically that, yeah, in Italy right now, the situation is quite complicated because of the economical, political, and social situation. So basically, yes, it's very difficult to have kids in Italy, even if you want to create a family. At the end of the day, the solution the government and the institutions give to you are so little. So really, if you don't have a very good job, if you don't have a very good family situation, is I don't want to say, but it's almost impossible to have one kid in two people unless you want really have in four people. And the government we have right now is actually going every day towards the other way. So even if they culturally they want us to have kids, to have families, they actually don't support us in that direction. So yeah, so culturally they want us to have kids, to create old style families, but they don't give us the tools to create real solid families.
Yeah, I thought that the film was a very interesting kind of response to that wasn't taking itself so seriously, but had something very important to say in, you know, underneath, you know, this dynamic of these four people. One thing I was also curious of, just totally switching topics, is the decision to use the 4:3 aspect ratio. Is that something you can kind of speak to? If I'm not mistaken,
I
it
don't
was
understand. Sorry, I don't understand.
so
Sorry?
as opposed to a 16:9 aspect ratio,
Yeah. Oh,
4:3. Can you speak to some of the decisions that you were making with your director of photography along those lines?
L'idea
Perché
perché il 4/3? L'idea era semplicemente quella di creare un formato che fosse un po' più stretto per far restare i personaggi più scomodi. È una situazione in cui non sono a loro agio e quindi il 16 noni è troppo arioso, sarebbe stato troppo comodo, tra virgolette.
Well, Manuel said that basically the idea was to not to make the actors, the characters, feel comfortable in the screen. So he wanted the characters to be like uncomfortable. So the space to be narrow, to be close. So they were forced to feel like close to each other and behave consequently.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it added to the apartment effect, you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
feeling kind of claustrophobic. So yeah, can you tell me a little bit about what's next for you as a filmmaking team, as filmmakers, and how we can best get the word out and what's next happening with this film?
Right now, we find distribution. I don't know if it's called like that. That is they believe in us, and we are very happy about it. And we are in Italian theaters from the end of this February and next month, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And in the meantime, we are working on another project, which is also a story based in another apartment. The story is also about 13 people, people in the 30s that are struggle with other kind of struggle that will very similar to for Ovasman, another subject. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we wish you all the best of luck moving forward, and thank you again so much for sharing this film
Thank you.
with us. And we hope that you'll be with us again soon with more films. We really look forward to hearing and seeing what comes next from y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
you.
Very much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.